Are you trying to improve your aim on mouse and key in Apex Legends? You came to the right place. Somebody who's been playing at a higher rank on Apex Legends for a little bit, I know a thing or two, and I'm here to help you out. So let's get right into it. First thing we want to do is help to try to find your ideal sensitivity. And that consists of two major things, your DPI and your actual in-game sensitivity. Now your DPI is going to travel across every game and everything you do on your computer. As you can see in my mouse sensitivity settings, the DPI ranges from 100 to 25,600. I don't know anybody that needs to go that high and has to have a DPI that sensitive, but the option is there for you. So there it is. The most common and what you're probably going to have as default is 400, 800, and anywhere from 16 to probably about 2000 DPI. Where you probably want to start is probably around 800 DPI, which is where I'm at right now. You can also start at 400. 1800 is also an option if you really want to go super crazy. But 800 is generally pretty accepted and it's a pretty good standard for most people, especially when you're trying out. Now, when it comes to in-game sensitivity, a good baseline for 800 DPI is probably around the 1.5 range. Mine in particular is 1.6 with an ADS mouse sensitivity of 1.2. ADS mouse sensitivity is basically when you aim down the sight of a gun that you're using, what's the sensitivity of that sight. In Apex Legends, you can also do a per optic output, but as you can tell, I don't have that turned on. Now to show you why I'm using 1.6, first you have to be able to find your usable mouse area. And I'm gonna show you how to figure that out just like this. So in this top-down view, I'm gonna show you exactly how I have my keyboard and mouse set up generally. A lot of people, especially newbies, will tend to have their keyboard smacked right in the center, maybe killing some mouse real estate here. So I like to have mine right up here with a little 30-degree offset. It's just for comfortability. There's no real preference. If you like to have it nice and straight, totally up to you. But I like to have a nice little offset. Now, what putting the keyboard up here does for me is give me all this real estate to mess around with my mouse. What you're then gonna do is you're gonna go into the firing range. You're gonna look directly at a dummy. You're gonna put your reticle right on the dummy's head or on the chest, whatever. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your mouse all the way towards the left or what's most comfortable, and you're gonna drag it all the way to the right, and you're going to complete one 360. If you can complete one 360 in your usable mouse area without overdoing it or underdoing it, you have a pretty good set sensitivity. Now, is there a little more space I can go with my sensitivity? As you can see, if I do one 360 and I'll end up back in the center, I still have probably about 2 inches I could play with. I could use that space, but I got pretty comfortable on 1.6, and at the end of the day, it is your preference. Now at this sensitivity, as like I said, I'm most comfortable. I could generally have pretty good recoil control and swap in between dummies and shoot them with pretty good accuracy without having to struggle too much. And at the end of the day, you always want to do what's most comfortable for you. If you're still struggling to figure out what you want to set your sensitivity to, my recommendation is try your either favorite streamer or maybe one of the top 100 Apex Legends streamers on the competitive side. I'll give you 3 examples. Imperial How plays at a 2.2 with a 1.0 ADS sensitivity at 400 DPI. It plays at a 1.1 with a 1.05 ADS at 1800 DPI. And then Asu plays at a 1.5, 1.0 ADS at 800 DPI. Give one of their settings a try, and if you really do like it, stick with it. Now that you have your usable mouse play area down and your sensitivity generally set, what you're gonna wanna do is to keep practicing on this sensitivity. One of the main things and easiest things you could do is go into the firing range. You can turn the bots on if you like, it'll help give them a little movement, or you can go into arenas. The best thing about arenas is that you will always have a gun and you'll never have to search for the gun. You can just buy it right in the arena. And it's always gonna give you a nice 3v3 fight. On occasion, on days I don't feel like streaming or I don't feel like putting on a long session and ranked, what I'll do is I'll jump into the arena and I'll use the wingman 90% of the time so I can get better with my wingman shot. And over time, I have improved with it. Another thing you can do, which is not always common, but if you have a friend, what you can do is you get back into the firing range, you can turn on friendly fire, and you can run some good friendly 1v1s. You know the saying, iron sharpens iron. So both of you will be able to improve and you'll be able to get some good realistic action and fights by doing 1v1s. Additionally, another way to improve your aim is to download these 2 programs, or one of the 2 programs, which is Kovacs or Aim Labs. These 2 programs are aimed specifically at players that play mouse and keyboard on multitude of games, CSGO, Valorant, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, whatever game that requires or that has an input for mouse and key. These 2 programs are designed specifically to help you improve your long range tracking, short range tracking, and a multitude of other things that you're gonna need when you're playing, especially on a competitive level. Remember guys, at the end of the day, finding your sensitivity and getting very comfortable on it both takes a lot of time. Most of these people who play at a very high level have been playing on that sensitivity, or at least something close to it, for a very long time. So they're very, very comfortable with it. So don't get frustrated if it's not working with you on day one. I hope this video was helpful. And if it did help you, please do me a favor and drop a like and a subscribe. I'd highly appreciate it. It would help the channel grow. Appreciate you guys coming out. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.